I thought I mastered this trend continuation strategy until I discovered this next level approach over the past 10 years, and I've summarized it into 3 powerful steps, and you will master it too by the end of this video. Let's get started. There is one indicator that should be part of this trend continuation strategy in order for you to know exactly when the trend is ending or continuing, and I know most traders use this indicator incorrectly. The indicator I'm referring to is volume indicator. Let me show you why all traders should definitely have it in all of their trading strategies. Take a look at this example. Notice on this 1-hour chart, every time the volume is above the EMA, which is this cloud shaded area, the chart moves strongly. You might be asking why it moved so quickly. Well, the reason is because the volume indicator indicates the moves or actions of market participants. And in this case, there were participants with a lot of money who bought a lot of units, which caused the market to move strongly like it did here. And that is the power of volume indicator. I'll get into how and why I configured my volume indicator this way in step 3. Next, let's get into using volume indicator correctly to identify trend continuation. So there's one important signal that tells traders about a solid trend continuation that is potentially coming, and this signal has to happen at the beginning of the trend. And once it happens correctly, then you can confirm that you have a solid trend to make money out of. And this particular signal is a range break. Basically, the start of a solid trend should be a range break, but there is a very specific way of which the range should break in order to signal a solid trend continuation, and here's how it should happen. The first thing to confirm is that there is evidence of ranging market, and the second thing is that the trend should break off that range with high volume, which stands out compared to the surrounding volume bars, and also the candlesticks should show a strong momentum too. If you can confirm all these, then you have a solid trend ahead of you. One thing you should understand about the nature of the trend to master trend continuation is that the trend should have pauses, which we call pullbacks, and these pullbacks should occur in a specific way in order for us to get clues about trend continuation. And those clues will help us decide if we should close our trade positions or not. And here are those clues. The first clue is that the pullback should have low volume, which means that the volume bars should be within the cloud shaded area. And the second clue is that candlesticks should show weakness. And the third clue is that the pullback should not be steep, rather it should be almost flat. If all these clues are true, then hold on to your trade position because the trend is still going to continue. But there's one twist that happens with the pullback if the above mentioned does not happen. This twist happens when the trend is either trying to reverse or when some uncertainty happens about that particular market. The twist is when the trend suddenly has a strong candlestick with high volume during the pullback phase. Here are the reasons why this could be happening. The first reason is that the trend could be starting to reverse, and the second reason is that the trend could have reached a strong resistance since this particular trend is an uptrend. But there's one way to test exactly what both of these could be telling us, and here is how. Since in our case we are dealing with an uptrend, then we are going to look for the nearest support area where we expect the trend to pause and stall, then reverse and continue in our direction, which is up. And if it breaks the support and then the uptrend is over, then the same will happen on the resistance for the downtrend. Now let me show you the correct way to configure the volume indicator in order for you to get accurate results, as this is super important in trend continuation. Before we get into the config, notice how my volume indicator bars are all in one color, and there is a number of reasons for that, and the two most important reasons are as follows. First, the color of the candlestick does not always match the color of the volume indicator bar, and because of that it will confuse how you read the volume correctly. And to see that in action, look at the color of the candlestick and its strong volume bar in 1 hour time frame, and then look at the same in a smaller time frame, and you'll find that in most cases they have different colors. And the second thing is that you get caught up in candlestick versus volume bar colors to decide the true direction of the candlestick, rather than reading the candlestick meaning and then check the amount of volume behind that candlestick meaning. Now let's get into configuring the volume indicator. On trading view indicators, search for volume, then select the one named volume, then double click on top of the volume bars to open settings. Then on input set MA to 20, then on style set both colors to be the same. Then on volume MA, select the area and reduce the area color opacity to 40%, and your volume is set. If you would like to support this channel, please like and subscribe.